So, just a disclaimer, I'm here to talk about my very special sisterhood community. So, if you're not interested in learning about it, leave this conversation. I just don't like to mislead people about what I'm talking about. So, many hundreds of you have joined this past week because something about what I said about having a supportive space resonated with you. So we are closing our doors in 3 days. What is Luminous? Luminous is something a community I began 3 years ago because I realized that in my own life, I was missing very intimate, deep connections with women. I had friends for sure, but I didn't have a community. I didn't have a backup support system of depth and consciousness. I had friends from childhood, I had friends that I met socially, but I did not have a community. And so I thought, why don't I just start my own community? And that's when I decided to create Luminous with my absolutely amazing partner, Susie, who is a dear sister of mine. So the intention in Luminous is very precise. It's very focused. It is a safe space for women to show up, ask for support, receive support, elevate, evolve, inspire each other, and to grow. It costs $25 a month. I haven't raised the price. I'm not planning to. I show up almost every single week with Susie or alone, and sometimes Susie shows up alone. Once a week, we calculated that comes up to $6 a session with me. And in those sessions, we cover everything. Our relationship with our sexuality, with our partners, with business, with money, with careers, with purpose, with meditation, with our children. And every Monday, we cover something pivotal and important for you to carry forward in your life. In addition to that, there is a 24/7 Facebook group. So you meet other sisters. So in this past week, hundreds have joined and they say something like, oh, I'm from Quebec and I'm from Trinidad or I'm from Turkey. And others who are from that area connect with them. Now, why is Luminous extra special? Well, let me tell you why I think it is. So people know that my work is mostly focused on consciousness. It is focused on growth, on elevation, on really reaching your highest self. So that's really hard to find in other people. The people who come to Luminous, 90% of them are of a similar vibe. And that is what makes Luminous special. You can go to Bumble, you can go to Match, you can go to a party, but you're not guaranteed that the people who show up there are of the same vibe, of the same consciousness. And I can tell you that the people who come to Luminous typically have read my books, are interested in conscious parenting, are interested in what I have to teach, and that's a specific kind of person. And that person attracts themselves to Luminous. And so I have a bevy, a very big bevy of beautiful women with the same mindset. Now that is the invaluable element for me. It's not just it's a safe space. It's not just it's a loving space. That you can get in other places. But it is a loving and safe space of a very particular kind of woman. A woman who is not afraid to elevate, to introduce more consciousness in her life. Now that is what Luminous is about. So you have nothing to lose. It's $25 a month. You can disenroll at any time. It's month by month by month. Now you can pay by the year and save some money, but you don't have to. So try it out. And we don't take out the old material if you're starting new. You get access to the old material, at least going over a year. So you get access to all the old stuff, plus going forward. Many membership communities only allow you to have access from the day you start. We're not like that. Ours doesn't go back maybe all 3 years, but it is going to go back at least a year. So you get all that stuff every Monday. You get 52 hours there or 52 classes there. and then you get whatever you get going forward. But you are in the presence of similar minds. Do you know how hard that is? That's what's hard. So that's why I began doing this community called Luminous, and I began doing Evolve, my conference, because I needed people to speak the same language like me, because I'm a little bit so thinking that she's amazing. So I'm like, let me train other people to talk to me. I'm just kidding. But actually that was the deal. I was like, I need people who speak my language, and I didn't have people who spoke my language. So I created conferences where I taught people to talk to me. And now I have lovely communities, and I'm not lonely anymore. So be it. But now the community is set up for you. So you can meet people who talk like me, who think like me. Don't you want somebody like me? So you're going to get it. And really beautiful souls, simple, radiant, clean, clear souls who are simply looking to introduce more consciousness in their lives. And let me tell you, there is a power in a group that is simply not present one-on-one. It just is not present one-on-one. There's something about a community where you uplift each other, where you raise each other, where you get to hear other people's stories that you simply cannot get one-on-one. I'm telling you, you have to join a community to know what I'm talking about. Our modern life has become so devoid of community, so exempt from soul, so disconnected from the tribe, that we are just isolating ourselves, doing our own thing in our own little pods and taking care of our own people. Well, that is dysfunctional. That is toxic. We need community. We need to hear other people's stories. We need to be invested in other people's children. Other people's children need to be like our children, and our children need to belong to others. This mentality is what is missing in our modern life. And it's this mentality that I'm trying to inculcate in Luminous. So I'm telling you guys that the reason our mental health is tanking is because we're too isolated, is because we're disconnected. We need community. There is something about community that is incomparable. It is beyond value to have a tribe that supports you. So if you are a woman who has friends but doesn't have community, who has friends but they're not on the vibe of consciousness that she would like, who has friends but she can't really be completely honest because that friend knows this auntie and that auntie knows your mother, and well, this is a community of anonymity for the large part. You can make friends with people who you will never bump into in your real life, and there's some